Hi, and welcome to this series called Writing Quotes in Copperplate Calligraphy. Today, again, I'm going to write another quote for the very first time with you. I'm going to be using directly my pointed pen and ink, and I'm going to write first the quote using a pencil. You are very welcome to use your tool of choice and follow me along. That would be the most beneficial for this short session. Okay, let's go. So as always, I'm using Hand 101, walnut ink, and my 6mm guideline. And you can use any size that works great for you. So you don't have to use the exact same size. But if you need this size, you can download it directly from this video in here. Okay, let's go. So as always, I have a blank paper that I'm going to attach directly to the guideline, and I'll still be able to see through the lines. Let's go. And I have a paper pin somewhere. Maybe I lost it today, but let me do a regular paper pin today. All right. And then the next thing I'm doing is I'm going to write the quote with pencil to avoid making spelling mistakes. This is the first time I'm writing the quote, so it's going to be interesting to see the pair of letters I'm working with and analyzing everything that the elements I am working with at the same time. So the quote for today is, "Contemplation seems to be about the only luxury that costs nothing," by Dodie Smith. So let's zoom in. And I'll write it in here really quickly. Okay. Contemplation. I'm gonna protect the paper with the final paper with another piece of paper. Contemplation seems to be about the only luxury that costs nothing. I won't add the author of the quote, but you will find the author of the quote on the description of this video as well as with many other information. All right. It might be good at this point to think about how I would like to break this quote. So I think the first part, contemplation, seems to be, maybe it's a good way to part the first time. About the only luxury, maybe I can break it in here again, that costs nothing. I don't know exactly how long is it gonna take me because I have never done this quote before, so I might change the breaking points as I'm going, but this is just a rough idea to start with. Okay, I'm gonna start with a capital C. Again, I'll use one capital C out of many variations, and please free to start with a lowercase c if you prefer, or choose your own variation of capital C. Okay, so let's go. Let's start. Let's go again. Wow. Okay, this nib, it's a little bit old, so I feel it very, very easily for this just to happen. So I now have to replace it, but now I'm gonna just keep on going. On my other short educational videos writing quotes, I have mentioned in the past that if you make any mistakes along the way, don't stop and keep the rhythm flowing. It's part of the meditative process. Just keep your attention on the page. Contemplation. I ran out of ink, so I have to try to come back in here and fill that with the ink. Okay. First insights about the first word. It's very long. It's very, very long. So that's an interesting word. I have never written probably before. So it takes a huge amount of space. I'm using an A4 and I'm using like nearly half of the A4 horizontally for one word. So it's a very beautiful word. I see already many things, but I'm gonna keep on going. Contemplation seems to be, so seems to be. I'm gonna break the line in here as I originally estimated and see how we go with the rest. Contemplation seems to be, and then I'm going to the next line, which I already marked the X height for. Okay. About the only luxury. So let's start with a lowercase a. Again, more ink. The only, just checking. Yeah, the nib has so much friction, and I see how this is playing out with the writing. About the only luxury, so the last word for this line. Have to go back again for more ink. Today I'm lazy about dipping the pen, so that's what's happening. Okay. I see things already again in here. I keep on going. And so the third line, which I haven't marked, so we'll mark now. Let's see. Okay, it says that costs nothing. Okay, let's go. Costs nothing. The nib scratch is so much going up, and that's really unpleasant. I'm gonna finish anyway. Ole, and finally stop. Excellent. So let's have a look and zoom out a little bit and contemplate the result. Okay. So we have a quote that occupies 3 lines because I decided to. You can make it into 2 lines or make it into many more lines. Things I can see, apart from, of course, the amazing challenges of the nib today, is that I have the nib, it's been used a lot, so it's incredibly flexible. It's very easy. Let's go in. It's very easy for me to apply a lot of pressure, and it splits a lot on the capital, you see, and in some down strokes are really thick. So do I want this writing to be so thick? Could be. I mean, it's not bad or it's not right or wrong. It's just my decision about the stylistic choices. Now, I see this U. What is not an stylistic choice, and I would like to make it better, is that this U is much thicker on the right leg than on the left side. So I would like to have consistent thickness across all the letter forms. So if it's thicker like this O, great, it's thicker everywhere. If it's thinner like this Y, it's thinner everywhere, okay? Then I have a lot of combinations with T and H. As you know, the article THE, it's always present. So I have in here and in here and in here again. So I can create variations based on the idea that I have a few of them. This U is slightly wider than other U's, not super bad at all, just a note to myself. And this is something I need a lot of focus because it's a very, very long word. And if I am going to do it again, I'm going to be mentally prepared to start with a very, very long word because my brain starts to relax as I'm writing. So it's easier for me to tackle this word at the end than at the beginning. But now that I know, for the second time, I will take it into consideration. So I come here prepared knowing what's going on. I use this P, you can use, of course, other Ps, and everything else is dancing. Today, the writing is dancing a lot. In my normal, not my normal, but in the other sessions I have shared with you, the writing is less dynamic and more settled. So today I can see there is a lot more bouncing. Also, the position on my table is different. There is a few things that I know why this looks different, but I'm okay with that because this is a reflection of myself. And I am not the same person every day either. I feel better, I feel worse, I have more energy, I have less energy. So this is just another mirror to my own internal weather map. Okay, so that's it with this video. I have been sharing for at least 12 or 13 quotes with you. And I hope this is fun. This is educational mostly, and that you enjoy doing it. So I'll see you again soon.